I once grounded a captain's helicopter and forced him to spend the night in the middle of nowhere, all because he was too arrogant to say hello. I was an E-4 crew chief on a small airfield in Georgia, finally sitting down to eat my lunch in peace. Suddenly, a National Guard captain I'd never seen before storms into my flight shack. He doesn't even look at me. He just tosses his logbook on my desk and says, "I'm getting lunch. Have this pre-flighted before I get back." He didn't ask. He didn't care that I was on my break. He just treated me like his personal servant. I decided right then that I was going to give him the most thorough inspection in military history. In aviation maintenance, we have a Red X system. If I find a major safety issue and mark it with a Red X, that aircraft is grounded. It cannot move. I spent the next 3 hours crawling over every inch of that Huey. I found a few minor leaks, some loose fasteners, and then, the jackpot. I found a tiny crack in the paint on a transmission bolt. Now, that crack could mean the bolt was slipping, or it could mean someone accidentally nicked it with a utility knife. Either way, it was a Red X. The bird was officially dead in the water. When the captain returned, he was in a massive hurry to take off. He saw the logbook and went absolutely ballistic. He screamed at me to erase the mark, but I just looked him in the eye and said, "Sorry, sir. Regulations say only a tech inspector can clear a Red X." The problem? Our only tech inspector was at the hospital because his wife was having a baby. The captain demanded I call him. I did. The inspector told me, "Tell Captain Antsy Pants I'll be there at 8 a.m. tomorrow." Not a second sooner. That captain had to spend the night in a tiny transit barracks because he couldn't show a little basic courtesy to the little people. The next morning, the inspector showed up and backed me up on every single deficiency I found. It took 3 more hours of work before that captain was finally allowed to leave. The moral of the story? Be nice to the people who maintain the machines that keep you in the air. Because a tiny rulebook and a lot of patience can ruin your entire week.